YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel. And today we're going to be going into a product that was sent to me by a company called Handee Clamp, CNC. This is a father and son owned business, and they came up with this, and it's pretty ingenious. It's been around for a few years now actually, but I haven't heard of it. I saw there's a few other YouTube videos on it actually, but I had never seen it before, and I could have actually used it not too long ago. And I'm sure if you're in the mechanic field, you've came across a situation where this could have been handy as well. But I'll quickly show you the product, give you some information, and then I'll show you some different situations where it could be helpful. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and I really hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so here's the tool itself. Very simple. They kept it simple, and that's all they needed to do. They kept it simple, and it's still a tool that will come in handy. This was originally for aviation. They use it all the time in aviation, but I'm sure if you're a mechanic or you work on cars, you've came across a situation where you could have found this very helpful. A lot of the times in the past, I've used vice grips in certain situations when I couldn't hold like the bolt and tighten the nut at the same time, but that didn't always work the best, especially like this is just an example, but if you were going to install something in tubing, you could use this. You just back this off and then adjust it to the size that you need, and then tighten it up, and it'll hold it, so then you can go ahead and get your bolt started and tighten it up. So really smart, very handy, and I've actually came across a couple of situations where this could have been handy before I got it. So this is made in the USA, and it's from Marshalltown, Iowa. This one is $18, around $18, and then they have a powder coated version as well for around $21. So really well priced, very handy to just have around. I mean, it might not be something that you use every day, but you're going to be very happy when you do have it, when you need it. So works on all size bolts and nuts from 1/8 to 3/4. Really good for gas line clamps, you know, hose clamps and stuff like that, and holds the nut from turning. Other than that, I mean, that's really all the information on there. There's the website, handeeclamp.com. They also have their information on the tool itself and their email. And then they have this star wheel down at the bottom. A lot of people had suggested like a nut instead, but basically what they've done, you can use a pair of pliers to tighten this down a little bit more if you need to, but the reason they didn't put like a nut or a hex on the end is so you're not using power tools on it. I mean, this is a very simple product, and it shouldn't be under a lot of pressure or anything. I mean, you're simply just holding a fastener or a clamp. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and show you a couple situations where I could have found it very helpful. So one that I can't really show you is like working on installing an aftermarket shifter. I need to build a plate that holds my shifter, so I'm gonna have to be putting bolts down through the tunnel on the inside of the vehicle, and then I'm gonna be underneath the vehicle trying to tighten the nuts. So this can sit up top, and then this will basically wedge up against something holding the bolt up top and, you know, prevent it from turning while I tighten up the nuts on the bottom side. So that's very helpful in that situation. I'm glad I'll have this for that situation, but now I'll show you a couple other situations. Okay, so another thing they're going to be great for is spring clamps like this, where sometimes it's a pain to use a pair of pliers. You can get this on there and then just tighten it down and easily slide the spring clamp anywhere you need. So that's one very helpful thing. Now, one thing I do want to mention about this, if I didn't mention already, the information is here. They have an email, and it's around $18. The powder coated one is $21. This is not going to have a lifetime warranty or any warranty, but they haven't had any returns yet due to faulty, you know, or it not working or anything or breaking. This is a very simple product that shouldn't be under a lot of pressure, so I mean, I don't see why it would break, but I just figured I would let you know that. Another situation, like I said before, installing the shifter in the car, but I installed this battery tray back here, and I have 4 bolts that go through the floor, and it was a pain. I've tried using vice grips, but it didn't really have anything to prop itself up against, where this I could have put on here and it would have been, you know, able to hold the bolt in place while I went underneath the car and you know, tighten the nuts on the underside for the battery tray. But you know, sometimes you either just got to ask somebody else for help or find else you know, another way to do it. But this would have made the job so much easier. So all in all, simply holding fasteners when you can't, you know, hold one side and, you know, tighten it from the other, this will work great. Spring clamps, anything like that, it's going to be a fantastic tool. Not something that I'm going to be using every day or that an automotive mechanic will use every single day, but you will come across that situation where you do need it, and you're going to be very happy when you do. And I think the tool is priced very well, and I think I'm going to be happy with it. Let me know what you guys think, and I really hope you guys enjoyed.